Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is John Perez, Deputy Chief for the Pasadena Police Department. It's my honor this morning to welcome you to the 2017 Police and Fire Memorial. Today we pay tribute to those who have given the ultimate sacrifice and the last full measure of devotion so that we can all enjoy life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. At this time, please join me in welcoming the Pasadena City Council member, Margaret McAustin, to the stage.
Good morning. Please rise for the presentation of the colors and the national anthem. Please welcome Monet Bonaris, who will sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. I would just like to take a moment to welcome you on behalf of the Mayor and City Council to this very important event. Pasadena honors its police and fire public safety team, recognizing the increased risk they face every single day. Please join me in welcoming Chief Philip Sanchez and Fire Chief Bertrall Washington.
Good morning. For the past 6 years, the Pasadena Police and Fire Departments have gathered at the footsteps of City Hall to honor our fallen heroes. Our brave brothers valiantly served Pasadena with courage, passion, and dedication. They outwardly focused their efforts to safeguard the community with little concern for their own personal safety. We should never forget the sacrifice made by these brave men while in the discharge of their duties. And we cannot forget the families who live with the emptiness after losing a loved one well after the fanfare has faded. Much has changed over the years with advancements in police tactics, equipment, technology, and training. In-car videos and body-worn camera systems have placed first responders on equal footing with the public, and in some cases have mitigated allegations of misconduct. Nevertheless, as peacekeepers, the peril you face has remained consistent. Memorial services like ours in Pasadena should serve as a harsh reminder to everyone that there is a personal cost to maintain democracy in our community and the nation. The cost of liberty is reflected in felonious assaults on police officers, which seem to occur at a greater frequency these days. In 2016, nationwide, approximately 145 police officers were killed in the line of duty, 63 by gunfire, or in other words, a police officer is killed every 63 hours. California law enforcement was not exempt from this sobering fact. Last year, we mourned the loss of 12 warriors throughout the great state of California who were murdered or died in the line of duty. In the days following the tragic deaths of our fallen heroes, the media quickly promoted the notion there was a growing mistrust between peacekeepers and the communities we serve. The malicious narrative was fueled by self-proclaimed police experts who expressed their opinions on social media sites, often at the expense of first responders. Emerging from the chaos was the belief that police officers had lost the public's trust. If you are swayed by the media's overbroad assertions that the public has stopped trusting the police, or that peacekeepers shoot first and ask questions later, then it follows that you've embraced the concept that peacekeepers have abandoned their respect for human life, the United States Constitution, their call to duty, and cast aside their moral character. Nothing could be further from the truth. I rebuff the notion that the vast majority of police officers live their waking moments waiting to shoot a member of the public, exceeding their lawful authority, or otherwise violating someone's civil rights through the malicious use of force. The overbroad and oftentimes spiteful assertions from those who pontificate about policing in America have never typically faced an armed adversary. They've never consoled the victim of a violent crime, wept privately over the loss of a fellow warrior, or run towards gunfire when others retreat to safety. It appears that at times the overwhelming harsh critics are only interested in promoting fear amongst a misinformed public. They are quick to highlight the shortcomings of an overburdened safety system, but fail to offer practical solutions that are meaningful and sustainable. Recent legislative changes have created unintended consequences impacting the judicial system. AB 109, Prop 47, sentencing reform have all marginalized the courts and the first responders. Moreover, the changes in the law, while well-intended, have placed our community and peace officers at greater risk. The rapid decline in available social services is alarming, and all too often creates an adversarial environment between officers and the public most at risk. As a community, we must identify effective solutions to address the impact of antisocial behavior, which can reduce recidivism, prevent crime, improve the quality of life, and safeguard our first responders. Placing antisocial issues at the footsteps of law enforcement is not a long-term solution. Despite the challenges and the peril associated with our noble profession, Pasadena police officers continue to deliver an exceptional service daily to all who live, visit, and work in our great community. Like the peacekeepers we honor today, You consistently perform beyond expectations with unwavering courage, humility, and conviction. If we are truly desired to honor the 7 Pasadena police officers and the hundreds of law enforcement officers who have sacrificed their lives for public safety, then let us celebrate their courage, their dedication, and their passion. To the family members of our fallen heroes, thank you for your courage and for your support. You alone know the loneliness associated with losing a loved one in the line of duty. You are silent heroes. We honor you this morning as well. We pray for the safety of our peacekeepers, their families, and that we will never have to add another name to this honorable profession and this honorable memorial. God bless America. God bless our peacekeepers and their families. Thank you.
Good morning. The 9 Pasadena firefighters and the 7 officers who sacrificed their lives in service to our city will always be among the most honored and respected members of our city and of our departments. Along with those brave first responders, we will also always honor and respect their families, wherever they are, for as many generations that come after them. Firefighters do this because we know that on any day, at any given moment, we too could be called to sacrifice our lives for the safety of another in our city. And we are so very thankful to each and every one of you for joining with us to pay tribute to our fallen heroes. The men and women of the Pasadena Fire Department serve our city and even the neighboring jurisdictions every day around the clock, responding to every call for service that comes. Like our fallen heroes, our public safety professionals do this with great care. They do it with discretion, and they do it understanding of the needs that our people have. They also do this very close-knit with one another, in partnership, which has been proven over many years how successful public safety can be when the police and fire work together with great appreciation and respect for one another. As an example of how deep and long the police and fire relationship has been specifically in our city, I'd like to share a story that I recently learned. And I learned this in a way that I believe speaks to the fabric of the city of Pasadena. A few months ago, a gentleman came to my office. His name was Tom Loss. He returned home to Pasadena from Northern California to help his sister, Kathy, clean out their mother's home. Their mother lived to be 100 years old. While clearing out the attic space, they found some very old pictures from the late 1800s and early 1900s, which included firefighters and the Tournament of Roses and things that firefighters do when they're working. The pictures were handed down to Tom's uncle, Harlan Jones, who was an ambulance driver for the Pasadena Fire Department in the 1960s. Harlan Jones wanted to follow his father, John Paul Jones's footsteps. JP, as he was affectionately known by the firefighters, was the Pasadena firefighter identified in many of those late 1800s and early 1900s pictures that were left in my office. What's very special about this visit and pertinent to why we're here today and what I spoke about earlier is that Tom shared with me that JP adopted his uncle Harlan after his biological father was killed in the line of duty. Speaking to the breadth and depth of the aforementioned long-standing relationship between police and fire engineer JP adopted his good friend, Patrolman Clarence Peck's son. Patrolman Clarence Peck served on the Pasadena Police Department and was killed in the line of duty, and we're honoring him today. Again, he was adopted by his firefighter brother that long ago. The relationships of first responders before was very special. From early on in the city of Pasadena, nothing has changed to this day. We work very closely together each and every day, and I have no doubt that if anything happened to one of our family members from the police side, or if something happened to one of the firefighters members, that the police officers would stand up and do the same thing that JP and Officer or Patrolman Peck did long ago. My gift to the police department as a show of honor on behalf of the Pasadena Fire Department is, if that contact has not already been made, Mr. Tom Loss and his sister Kathy look forward to being a part and being recognized, or just really, they weren't really looking apart to being recognized, but just being in touch with public safety. Again, it's been a long time, but it was very special, and I don't think it was accidental in any form or fashion that this brief moment happened before he boarded the plane and returned back to Northern California. So on behalf of the Pasadena Fire Department, thank you again for being here, and we will never forget those who have gone before us, those who have sacrificed, and the families that they leave with us to care for. Thank you.
Ready? Face.
Let us pray. Lord, I ask for courage to face and conquer my own fears, courage to take me where others will not go. I ask for strength of body to protect others, and strength of spirit to lead others. I ask for dedication to my job, to do it well, dedication to my community, to keep it safe. Give me, Lord, concern for others who trust me, and compassion for those who need me. And please, Lord, through it all, be at our side.
When called to duty, God, wherever flames may rage, give me strength to save a life, whatever be their age. Help me to embrace the child before it is too late, to save an older person from the horror of that fate. Enable me to be alert and hear the weakest shout, to quickly and efficiently put the fire out. I want to fill my calling and give the best in me to guard my every neighbor and protect his property. If according to your will I must lose my life, oh, bless with your protecting hand my children and my wife. Amen.
Roll call. Motorcycle Patrolman John T. Slade. End of watch, 1909. Patrolman Clarence E. Peck. End of watch, 1911. Detective James A. Hand. End of watch, 1949. Juvenile Officer Dennis P. Lamar. End of watch, 1961. Sergeant Robert W. Sprague. End of watch, 1964. Agent Richard F. Morris. End of watch, 1969. Officer Kyle R. Ballard. End of watch, 2006.
Hosman Arthur L. Johnson, last alarm, 1928. Hosman Edgar R. Talbot, last alarm, 1930. Hosman Daniel Rogers, last alarm, 1932. Engineer Irwin C. Draper, last alarm, 1940. Hosman George Flannery, last alarm, 1944. Engineer Hobart Serber, last alarm, 1956. Assistant Chief Donald G. Palmer, last alarm, 1964. Firefighter Henry Salas, last alarm, 1983. Engineer Kevin Moore, last alarm, 2011.
At this time, I'd ask members of the Ballard family and the Morris family to please stand and be recognized.
And I would also ask a member of Kevin Moore's family, Connie Chavez, to please stand.
The 21-gun salute is one of the most ceremonial honors paid to officers that are killed in the line of duty. The 21-gun salute is a sign of respect. Its origins are traced to warfare centuries ago. The salute is standard procedure during military funerals, giving honor to deceased veterans. The 21-gun salute is also used during funerals for law enforcement officers killed on the line of duty, as well as to pay respect to the heads of state and the flag. The 3 volleys come from an old battlefield custom. The 2 warring sides would cease hostilities to clear their dead from the battlefield, and the firing of 3 volleys meant that the dead had been properly cared for and the side was ready to resume the battle. The flag detail often slips 3 shell casings into the folded flag before presenting the flag to the family. Each casing represents 1 volley.
Grass is weird. I could get. No, I don't think I
The ringing of the bell. The men and women of today's fire service are confronted with more dangerous working environments than ever before. We are forced to continually change our strategies and tactics to complete our tasks. Our methods may change, but our goals remain the same: to save lives, protect property, sometimes at a terrible cost. This is what we do. This is our chosen profession. This is the tradition of a firefighter. The service of today is ever-changing, but is steeped in traditions 200 years old. One such tradition is the sound of the bell. In the past, As firefighters began their tour of duty, it was the bell that signaled the beginning of that shift. Throughout the day and night, each alarm was sounded by a bell, which summoned these brave souls to fight fire, place their lives in jeopardy for the good of the fellow citizens. When the fire was out and the alarm had come to an end, it was the bell that signaled to all. The completion of that call. When a firefighter had died in the line of duty paying the supreme sacrifice, it was the mournful toll of the bell solemnly announcing comrade passing.
All of them are.
We utilize these traditions as symbols which reflect honor and to respect those who have given so much and who have served so well, to symbolize the devotion that these brave souls had for their duty. A special signal of 3 rings, 3 times each, represents the end of the comrades' duties and that they will be returning to quarters. And so, to those who have selflessly given their lives for the good of their fellow man, their task complete, their duties well done, to our comrades, their last alarm, they are going home.
With a magazine of blank ammunition, load. Ready. Aim. Fire. Ready. Aim. Fire. Ready.
Good morning. This is the Pasadena High School Vox Vita Choir. We are honored to be able to sing for you this morning. The first of the two songs we're going to sing for you is a song called Up to the Mountain. It's a song based on Dr. Martin Luther King's speech about how sometimes when we have to do really, really hard things, it's about when we see the people that we serve, that then it becomes easier. And we thought it would be a fitting tribute today. The soloist for this number will be Annika Follett.
I went up to the mountain because you asked me to, up over the clouds to where the sky is blue. I can see all around me, everywhere. I can see all around me, everywhere. Sometimes I feel like I've been nothing but tired, and I'll be walking till the day I expire. Sometimes I lay down. No more can I do. But then I go on again. Because you asked me to. Some days I look down, afraid I will fall. And though the sun shines, I see nothing at all. And then I hear your sweet voice, oh, oh, come and then go, telling me softly, you love me so. That peaceful valley just over the mountain, that peaceful valley few come to know. I may never get there. I may never get there. Ever in this lifetime. Ever in this lifetime. But sooner or later, it's there I will go. Sooner or later, it's there I will go.
And we will close with What a Wonderful World, because it's nice to be reminded of all the glorious things that exist in this world.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and
On behalf of the Pasadena Police and Fire Departments, I would like to thank each of you for attending this memorial. Our goal this morning was to honor those police officers and firefighters that have made the ultimate sacrifice while serving our city and community here in Pasadena. It is our hope that this was an opportunity to reflect on that sacrifice and to reflect on the fact that our men and women in public safety each day put themselves in harm's way to provide for us a safe community. Thank you for attending. I'd like to invite Monet back up to share another song with us.
It is truly an honor to be here to share my voice in honor of those who have put their lives on the line to secure the freedoms that we're able to experience every single day. Each of these lives have been sacrificed. And as the youth were singing just now, what a wonderful world. We're able to be here, going to the malls, going all these various places because of those sacrifices. And so I would like all of us to stand up right now in honor of each life that has been lost, each of those who put their lives on the line every single day to secure our freedoms. Let's stand up and give them honor right now. Thank you. You can be seated. This song that I'm going to sing, God Bless America, it's a song, but it's also a prayer, and that is my prayer. So as I'm singing, I ask that you just reflect on your life and about the privilege of being able to live in a country that enables us the rights to exist and enjoy a quality life. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home. Sweet America, the land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with your light from above.